Hello once again, and we're going to have a game of Knight Rider on the Nintendo, the NES, the NES. My first ever game review on a Nintendo system. Wanted to play this because I played originally I played Knight Rider on Commodore 64, and it was absolutely crap, and so was the Amstrad version, and you know, the versions that came out in that time was a terrible game. Also played Knight Rider 2, which wasn't an official release on the Commodore 64. One was okay, but it wasn't finished, and the other one was just utter crap. Wouldn't recommend playing them. But I just wanted to give the Nintendo version a go, because it's the only other version of Knight Rider I know about. I've had a test run of it rather, and it looks pretty good. Yeah, so let's talk about the Nintendo. Well, I've never owned a Nintendo system, to be honest. Yes, well, back in the day I've never owned a Nintendo system, but I have owned a Nintendo Wii. Actually, I've owned 2 Nintendo Wiis, and I do confess that's the only Nintendo system I've owned. I've never ever played on an original Nintendo, but Super Nintendo I have fond memories of, because I had 2 mates back in the day that had Super Nintendos, so there should be some games coming up on the Super Nintendo. If anyone can recommend me a decent emulator, because I don't have no original hardware. It's like I'm using this Nintendo emulator. This is Nestopia. I don't know what if this is the best emulator or if it's the worst emulator, but it seems to be okay. So if anyone can recommend me some Super Nintendo emulators, I'd be extremely grateful. So let's get back to Knight Rider. So we have mission or drive. I think missions, you can choose missions and do different things. Drive, you can just drive the kit. So that's what we're going to do. Select, we go to drive. So basically it's sort of like a driving game or racing game. You got to drive from one side of America to the other, and it looks like, looking at the map, you do a complete loop of America, so that's different. So Los Angeles, can I select, or do you have to go in order? So I've got to go Los Angeles, so from the west coast of America to the east coast of America, and then back to the west coast of America by the looks of it. Okay, that's fair enough. Looks like I ain't going to go through all the states, so it's just going across and back again. Right, so we're going to go from Los Angeles to San Francisco, so it's a drive up to, yeah, from LA to San Francisco. So we're going up north of California. Right, so let's start the game. So what do we have here? Drive mode, players remaining 2. Okay, what do I do here then? Do I just go into the game? Here we go. So standard controls, forward, backwards, accelerate and brake, left and right. 1 would usually be your fire button, and 2, or whatever buttons you have on the Nintendo, it's just 1 or 2 or A and B or something like that. As I say, I didn't own a Nintendo back in the day, so I don't know what the buttons was, but I just know it had 2 buttons. Yeah, as I said, this is definitely the best Knight Rider game I've ever played, and if you push your 2 button, you can turbo boost over. Very fast. So basically, just imagine it being like Outrun. Oh shit! Just imagine it being like Outrun, but you're sitting actually in the cockpit of the car, or the driving seat, instead of looking at the rear of the car. Oh shit! Yeah. Right, let's go. obviously I can't fire in this mode because this is just a driving mode only. It jumped really high. It's not a bad little game. The Nintendo wasn't really that popular here in the UK. I know it was very popular in the United States. Over here we had the computers were a big thing, like the Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum. I had an Amstrad CPC back in the day, Amstrad CPC 464. Oh, bollocks. So, looks like we do get a time limit on this game. So there's no gears to go up, because obviously being American cars are mainly automatic transmissions. Yeah, it's good going. Ooh. So it's a minute now to go until I'm gathering I reach a checkpoint. Certainly handy having that turbo boost mode and just jump over the cars. Oh, half a minute to go. Come on, accelerate. Why's my car slowing down? Have I got too much damage? Oh, gas. Oh, I didn't check that, did I? Oh dear. Right, drive mode. I wonder if you can get out of this. Just... Oh, you can't get out of that. I'll probably have to reset that. Right, let's have another go. Oh. Keep forgetting this. I don't know what I'm using. Music's definitely not an outrun. It's definitely not the Night Rider thing. And that's something I did get with the 8-bit, the Commodore 64, the original game. Got the original theme, but the game was absolutely crap. So it must have something to do with licensing laws maybe on this game, I don't know. Maybe shoot turbo. Oh, I've got one of that though. I don't know if you're limited to turbo boost. So see, I was out of gas. Was that? No, I'm not going to do the timer. So where's I'm looking at the meter. Oh, so I see a red. I see all these. Oh, there's just the cars on that radar. Oh, gives you an arrow. I can't. Oh, where's the gap under the speedometer? Yeah, I see where it is now. So if I don't know. I'm doing something wrong with this game. Perhaps I'm supposed to load up the board. Oh, no. Certainly a lot of fun to play. I'll give it that. It's just a shame that this version of Knight Rider wasn't on the original 8-bit systems like the Commodore 64. No, I'm out of gas again. Okay. So you can't get out of this unless I restart it. Oh well. Okay, I'm going to end it here. I mean, I think it's quite nice to play. I may do the mission one soon. I don't know when. But yeah, if you can recommend me some good Super Nintendo emulators, that'd be great. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.